Hey all, DK Prepper here. I haven't done a video in a long time. It's been over 6 months. Since I've kept up on all of yours though. Since that time I've learned quite a lot about prepping. Although I've been prepping for about 2 years, not very heavily 2 years ago, it has increased over time at the rate in which I've been preparing. And of the things that you need to prepare with, that is your shelter and your protection and your food and water, man, I'm telling you that food and water is the hardest thing to get prepared for financially, because you compare it to your food shelter. You have your house, which is part of your normal expenditures, and if you don't, everybody knows somebody who has a piece of property out somewhere, and that's not really a difficult task. I don't think there's any shortages of farmhouses or places to go. People with property to grow on, not really an issue. Guns and ammo, what? 80 million registered firearms, according to Ironhead 41. Love Ironhead 41. I wish he'd be on my little community. That guy knows how to do anything with everything. So, back to my point here. You got your guns. You can go to the gun show, $200, come out with 1,000 rounds of pistol ammo, maybe half that for rifle ammo. Not a big investment. And your guns, not very much money. You're talking food? Oh, that's expensive. It's so expensive that not enough people are going to have food. And that's what this video is about, is food, food, food. The king of prep. Here's the problem that I have. And I want to know what the answer is. For the life of me, I don't know what to do here. Here's the thing. I got my food prep. I got a family of 4. I've been packing wheat berries and buckets and Mylar for a couple of years, and rice and beans and all that. But, you know, a couple weeks ago, actually it was a couple months ago, I decided I was just going to sprout myself some wheat berries to munch on them, see how it tastes. Try it. If you can keep them down. I mean, I'm telling you, I want to puke eating those things. I only had like 2 little handfuls, and after I forced them down, I still felt like I was going to throw up. So, although those greens are going to keep everybody's vitamin content alive in the winter months, and you're going to have to do it, I decided I wanted to go a little step further here. So not too long ago, I found out that I needed some number 10 cans, and I needed to spend some money on some 25-year freeze-dried stuff. FYI, Mountain House has been out. Mountain House doesn't even have them until spring. I talked to them, and their distributor in Oregon, they won't let you buy. So, you know, I went and found these. I think it's Mormon. It looks kind of Mormon, the Shelf Reliance place. $1,600 for one person, 1 year meat supply, freeze-dried. So you get 2 of those. I'm talking $1,600, and then another $1,600, and then you got to get freeze-dried milk. There's milk, freeze-dried cheese. No, not cheese. I'm about freeze-dried milk, freeze-dried butter, and freeze-dried eggs. So there's another $1,000 or more. And on top of all the friggin' money I've already spent on Mylar bags and wheat berries and crap, so a lot of money. I can see why a lot of these preppers are not going to be able to keep their. One person could probably do their food supply, but maybe you did. The point is that here's the thing: shit hits the fan scenario. You got to go someplace. You got to find someplace where you got some growing acreage, and you got to get in the community. That's obvious. When you go out in that community, there might be you as a prepper, maybe another prepper if you're lucky, and each of you have got enough food for you for a year. But then, you know, you got your spouse who wants to bring her grandma, and then her grandma and her mother and her dad, and then her sister, and then her sister friends find out where she's going, and then her grandpa's nephew finds out where they're going, and then on your other side, on your side, you got your parents, and you got your best friends, and you're bringing them, and you get all these people who say, hey, what are you going? I'm going to so-and-so's house. You got to put a limit on it, right? So you put a limit on it. You cap the people that you're going to be able to be in your community, maybe selectively. Some of them have skills, some of them don't. Most of them don't. How do you feed 15 people for a year? Because you know they are not going to bring their own food. Their cupboards are not going to cut it. And you try to get them to prep. they ain't doing it. They're too busy watching TV. So then the idea of, well, you just don't let them in. Well, then you're on your own, and then you're going to die, right? Okay. So I want to know, with all of these scenarios, and what really brought this up is there was a great video by Southern Prepper 1 and another video by the Haas UMC, and there's been a couple replies to these, and another person that has done videos like this, who does really interesting videos, is which is an Urban Combat Survivor. Those are the only 3 people that I know of who have been doing community videos on survival. They're all good. I like all of those guys' ideas, but I don't know how you're going to feed them, because here's the thing. There is no game. You can't go hunting. Everything's picked over. Most of the trees are gone because everybody uses them for firewood. You don't have anything in the stores. You can't scavenge. So if you take out scavenging, you take out hunting. I'm talking the squirrels are gone. I mean, you're looking in the creeks for periwinkles, and you'll be lucky if there's any of those left. So there's no scavenging, nothing like that. Even the dandelions are gobbled up. How are you going to survive 12 people, 15 people, from the, say, fall to the end of the summer growing season, which is basically almost a year? I want to know how you do it. I thought about this about 6 months ago, and I got discouraged, and I almost stopped prepping, because it was almost like, there's just no way I can do this. I can't survive on your own, and you can't feed all those people. If you feed them, if you put it in the community share, you're all going to starve to death in the middle of winter. So I want to know, I want feedback on how this is supposed to happen. You can't do it on your own. I thought maybe if I had a submarine, or a PT boat that I could anchor off the water, I could get clear shots and defend myself maybe. But a submarine would be great, be in one of those things for 6 months until the ship blows over and everybody dies. But I want to know what the answer is, because everybody seems to not be worried about this, and I just don't understand it. So give me some feedback, and in your feedbacks, keep in mind, I'm not talking about a slow depression where you can go to the supermarket. I'm talking about shit hits the fan. Now, I don't think the shit's going to hit the fan. I think it's going to be a slow movement to darker and darker times where there will be some food available. In that scenario, I totally understand how a community would work. But I'm talking, I don't understand the shit hits the fan philosophy. So please enlighten me. Let me know. I don't get it. And one more thing, I want to thank a couple of people out there. I want to thank a couple of my favorite YouTube people to watch is Yankee Prepper. He's great. Krabby Dog, love watching him, man. He can go on about things that are so true. I want to thank Rod Doglet. He's been getting me more interested in the investment sides of things. And Southern Prepper 1, that's fun. He's new. He's good to watch. Lots of good stuff out there. And then Ironhead 41. Love Ironhead 41. Check out his video on the number of registered gun owners in the United States versus the scenario where the UN attacked at the same time Canada, China, and Iraq, and zombies did. Okay, enough for now. DK Prepper out. I think I'm going to do a couple more videos here too.